prior to that, so he came just in time for that race and should be even better for today with that race under his belt. A nice compact little horse, tough as old boots. Just going behind there, we've got Distrain. He went from right to left then. Jenny Pittman with 2 runners in this race. She'll be having an eye on each of them. There is Kribensis following Beach Road. I wonder if that's how they'll be going to the last. There is Kribensis. Well, smashing horse. Michael Stout, very, very good when weighing up this fellow last year, you know. He ran a blinder, he was bang there going to the last, just weakened. He said, well, he wasn't quite man enough for it. He's a 9-4 shot, very close to favouritism here. Favouritism, of course, is with Beach Road. But very relaxed horse, this. Loves his racing, doesn't he? You'd think that he'd been around for 20 years. Kribensis, just a 6-year-old at the moment. Just getting a trot, keeping him warm. Beach Road coming towards us. Richard Guest, who, as he said the other day, doesn't get the mounts as a result of riding these good horses, and yet he's shown so many times how good he is. You might just see the bottom half of his whip there, because that's covered in felt. I know a lot of you at home get very stirred up about horses being smacked. Well, quite honestly, their hide is a lot tougher than ours, and now that these jockeys ride with felt on the ends of their whip, I don't think too much hurt is felt, but it does urge them on. Quick show of the betting.
And the Beach Road 2-1, Kribensis 9-4, Nomadic Way is on 8-1, Cruising Altitude 9s, Morley Street has gone from 10 to 11-1, Vagador 16-1, and See You Then 25-1. There's some money there for Elementary. It was 33-1, has gone to 25s, 33-1 bar.
Well, they're not far off now for the Waterford Crystal Champion Hurdle itself. I should think Paul Green's backing his own horse. He wouldn't like to see one out at 33-1 for a race like this. So they're all going to line up. I don't think it'll be slow from the off. Beach Road's 2, 5-2 Kribensis, 8-1 Nomadic Way, and it's 9 that trio. But the starter, very keen to get them lined up here for a fair start, but he's backing off now. He's not convinced that they're ready to do the job. In fact, it could just signal that something is not right here. It could be that Island Set's just ducked under the... So Vagador broke the tapes, and Manaha was still actually caught round her leg there, but I can't see anything too serious happening here, because he's a sensible horse, and they're just going to take the tapes off his back. I suppose that'll give us a slight delay. They'll want to start such an important race as this from the elastic tapes. They're free now, so that's okay. I don't think they'd ever risk starting a race like this with a flag, but look at the sweat now on Vagador. I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You never can really tell until after the race, and then we'll know whether it was a good omen. Redundant Powell going across in those checks then. They were the red and white checks. Paddy Mullins' horse, of course, he knows what it is to win here. Dawn Run was a very popular winner for Paddy in this race. Deep Sensation is behind them all with the yellow and the black hoops on his body. And this fellow, as I say, the winner of the Tote Trophy, and a very thrilling finish there against Joyful Noise.
I see you.
Yes, no doubting the instructions. In my day, they were slightly more gentle in their instructions, but you've got to get them right. It's going to be a flag start. Let's go with Peter.
They're under orders. Jockeys are told wait where they are. And Vagador's broadside, says Elementary.
Take a turn.
They're asked to take a turn.
Take them back. Behind the gate. What?
He's got
Just
19 of them.
Just wait.
To get off.
Wait. Wait.
Tell him to wait where they are.
Come on.
That's it, and they're away. And Nomadic Way, one of the first to show, with Island Set right up there, and Sudden Victory over on the far side. Sudden Victory and Nomadic Way, and Persian Style has gone at the first. Persian Style a faller, and Sudden Victory is taking him along from Nomadic Way, with Past Glories up there and Deep Sensation, and Distrain not far behind the lead. Sudden Victory ensuring the gallop from Nomadic Way, Past Glories, Deep Sensation. Vagador just in behind him. Distrain over on the far side, being tracked by Cruising Altitude as Sudden Victory jumps the second in the lead from Nomadic Way. Deep Sensation and two more fallers. Cruising Altitude has gone there. Cruising Altitude has gone. And also Bank View. Cruising Altitude and Bank View have gone at the second, and Sudden Victory has a 2-length advantage from Nomadic Way. Then on the inside, Distrain, then Past Glories, then comes Don Valentino and Vagador and Deep Sensation on the outside. Island Set comes next, followed by Morley Street, and Beach Road is in fact last of the runners as they run downhill, with Sudden Victory in the lead from Nomadic Way, Distrain, Past Glories, Don Valentino, Deep Sensation and Morley Street and Vagador as they come to the third. And Sudden Victory lands in the lead from Nomadic Way. Distrain on the inside. On the outer is Past Glories. Just behind them, Don Valentino. Redundant Pal has made good ground. Deep Sensation well up there towards the outside. Sudden Victory, though, still with the advantage as they run down towards the fourth flight. Sudden Victory from Nomadic Way. Deep Sensation on the outside. Slight mistake there by Redundant Pal. Past Glories well in touch. So's Distrain on the inside. It's Sudden Victory from Nomadic Way and Distrain and Past Glories. Then Deep Sensation. Behind Deep Sensation is Kribensis, who's making steady headway now over the fifth. And there it was Sudden Victory from Nomadic Way and Past Glories going right up there on the outside. Deep Sensation just in behind him. Sudden Victory has given way now to Nomadic Way and Past Glories, who are disputing it ahead of Deep Sensation and Kribensis, who's making quite good progress. Beach Road has got a great deal to do at the moment. Past Glories is the leader with Nomadic Way. These two disputing it from Deep Sensation. Elementary's coming there strongly on the outside. Beach Road is starting to improve now, and 3 out. It was Past Glories, and on the inside Nomadic Way, then Deep Sensation, then Beach Road still making ground with Kribensis upside him. Coming down to the second last, Nomadic Way and Past Glories now at the second last. Past Glories and Nomadic Way as they round the home turn. Past Glories and Nomadic Way with Beach Road on the outside and Kribensis getting into contention. Nomadic Way has the advantage from Past Glories under pressure. Beach Road is coming there towards the stand side. Kribensis over on the far side at the final flight. Beach Road on the near side. Kribensis on the far side. Past Glories right up with them. Racing into the closing stages. It's Kribensis on the far side. On the near side it's Beach Road. As they race up towards the line, Kribensis has the advantage. As they come to the line, Kribensis is going to win the champion hurdle. Kribensis has won it from Nomadic Way. Past Glories was third and 4 Beach Road. Kribensis the winner. Nomadic Way second. Past Glories third. And Beach Road the deposed champion fourth. And so the result first, number 10, Kribensis, owned by Sheikh Mohammed, trained by Michael Stout and ridden by Richard Dunwoody. Second was number 12, Nomadic Way, owned by Mr. Robert Sangster, trained by Barry Hills and ridden by Peter Scudamore. It's a photograph officially for third place, but I think we'll find third was number 13, Past Glories, owned by Mr. N. Heatherton, trained by James Heatherton and ridden by John Quinn, with fourth, number 2, Beach Road. But let me emphasize, it's a photo for third place officially between Past Glories and Beach Road. But there's no doubt about the winner of the 1990 Waterford Crystal Champion Hurdle. We're looking at him here, getting a great reception. Kribensis, winner of 10 of his 11 races now, puts Richard Dunwoody on the 80 mark for the season, and a fourth winner of the season for Michael Stout, and getting a tremendous ovation, this horse. Only once beaten over hurdles in 11 runs, and that was in last year's champion, in which he so brilliantly avenged that defeat by Beach Road. And sadly, Cruising Altitude, a victim at the second flight. And well, it is good to see him walking, because I had my grave misgivings about him when he fell at that second flight. So maybe he's not too bad.
Yes, pick it up with cruising altitude on the inside, just behind Distrain. Now there he's in the light orange colours. He's buried amongst the horses and just, had nowhere to go. I don't know how bad that mistake was. And Bankview also ended up on the floor. We couldn't see from that whether he brought him down. But when the race unfolded itself, just look now and how well in the pinky colours Past Glories is going here. John Quinn's riding for James Heatherton, who's in his first season as a trainer, and that combination must have been feeling delighted at this stage. Well, as they come on to that last bend, we've got Nomadic Way under skew on the inside. Kribensis being pushed along by Richard Dunwoody. Past Glories running far better than I thought he would, but that's probably a help to him anyway. And Beach Road being really nudged along. Deep Sensation behind him. Don Valentino on the rails. Morley Street just tucked in behind, and Jixie Jack, the other one in the picture. The Nomadic Way jumps brilliantly here, but Richard Dunwoody, the ace stylist, picks his stick up in his left hand, and he's now going to forge ahead to become one of the few jockeys that has won the Grand National, the Gold Cup, and the Champion Hurdle. You'll remember Willie Robinson, Bobby Beasley, and Fred Winter doing it. Richard Dunwoody has joined that elite group. Here, Kribensis with his head in front. He's never lacked for a battling tendency, and he's gone all the way to the line here. It'll be certainly a big feather in Michael Stout's cap. I know the classics are a long way removed in flat trainers' eyes, but to win a Champion Hurdle is not an easy thing. Pick it up from a different angle now with Nomadic Way on the right of the picture, jumps beautifully there. So does Kribensis, puts a lot of daylight between him and the top of the hurdle. Past Glories not weakening at all at this stage, and Beach Road out to the left of the picture. But just look at Morley Street tucked right in behind them there in 5th place. And in the yellow over on the rails, we've got Deep Sensation, Don Valentino running well. It's been a terrific Champion Hurdle this, and the grey horse going away up the line. Well, he was bought in Ireland at Tattersalls Island sale for 125,000 guineas, and certainly he was bought to be a good flat horse, but this would be a very nice consolation indeed. A good shot there of Richard Dunwoody as he crosses the line on Sheikh Mohammed's Kribensis.
The distance is 3 lengths and 3/4 of a length. And a delighted Michael Stout there with Richard Dunwoody and this bonny little horse by the Derby winner, Henbit, out of Aquaria. Congratulations for Richard. Officially placed 3rd was Past Glories, who ran such a tremendous race for the North. The distance is 3 lengths and 3/4 of a length. And Kribensis in this winner's circle, the winner of 10 of his 11 races. Nobody can say that he lacked courage after jumping the last. Really fought his way up the hill. The son of Henbit out of Aquaria, who was by WJ. And a great credit to Michael Stout, who's built him up so methodically to this afternoon's triumph. Only his 4th outing of the season. Unbeaten, of course, because his one defeat was last year. Congratulations from the Duke, David Nicholson there, Her Royal Highness Princess Royal, with David. And the winner, Kribensis, returned at 95 to 40. Just for the record, officially placed 5th was Morley Street, and 6th was